ZOS is making two major changes to the Elder Scrolls Online Crown Store going forward. Some people this will not affect whatsoever, while others in the community may not like these changes. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. Yesterday, Kevin put out a post breaking down these two changes. First up was the web Crown Store on the ElderScrollsOnline.com is being removed as of yesterday, July the 22nd. Now, this does not mean the Crown Store itself is going away. They're not, cutting items or anything like that. But the website version of the Crown Store, where you could go in and browse items, preview upcoming releases, check what's currently available, maybe plan on your purchases in the future if you could see, what's coming to the game down the road. That part is being shut down. You will still be able to buy crowns on the website, but browsing the store from your own browser is now gone. He also kind of stated why, and it was a pretty clear reason: workload management. They're trying to reduce the amount of time and effort it takes to maintain the website version of the store. Now, the second part of this is the one that I think some people that actually purchase crowns may not like. The monthly Crown Store Showcase blog, the big article we get every month that kind of lays out that full monthly schedule of things coming to the Crown Store, like houses, mounts, limited time items, returning items. That is also going away. He said they're changing the showcase for the same reason: workload, and they will be reassessing how they promote the Crown Store in the future. So we don't have a new replacement system yet. That may come some point later down the road, and I'm assuming that's probably not a priority, so it may be a while before we get any more information about that. So for now, it sounds like we can expect fewer or less post, or maybe even shorter post, probably less frequent updates to the Crown Store. That could be a possibility. We'll have to wait and see. Or they may just continue to update the Crown Store as usual, but not just, put out that post on the website every single month. They could go the route of possibly putting that post just in game when you log in. We already have the pop-up of everything you can buy anyway, so that is probably a possibility. Even though I hope that's not the case, I'm just not a fan of any game doing that nowadays. I know all games have kind of gone to the microtransaction idea no matter what you play, but at the same time, I wish the storefront was just its own thing. And if you want to buy something, you can click on it and see it there. It's not thrown in your face as soon as you log in each and every time. I'm just not a big fan of that in any game. Now, I know some people, like I said, this won't affect whatsoever. A lot of you are probably like myself. The only time I've ever spent money inside of the Elder Scrolls Online is when I bought crowns with my actual in-game gold. I don't really spend money, of course, on crowns or real world money. But to me, when it comes to microtransactions, I've had the same opinion no matter what the game is. It's your money, you spend it how you want. But I do know there's some people out there that actually pay attention to the Crown Store Showcase. And this is going to be a bit of a disappointment to you, because it's going to be hard to plan your purchases for the future, to know kind of what's coming to the game, if there's something in there that you want, a new house, a new mount, that kind of thing. Usually you can see posts on ESO's website pretty often, if not every day, every couple of days. But if they start cutting a lot of these posts out, a lot of people are going to feel like that their transparency is kind of going away. I don't necessarily think that is the case, but that's what it's going to seem like. Now, the odd thing is he's talking about how this is really related to their, amount of workers they have working on stuff, their workload management. I'm not sure how many people work on the Crown Store in general. We know there's a team that, of course, comes up with the ideas. Then there's a team that has to, put them in game, make sure everything's working correctly, put them on the website, all that kind of stuff. I would not have assumed that the team was that big, but at the same time, with Bethesda now saying that ZOS is working with them, or they're kind of working together on the Elder Scrolls franchise going forward, probably has something to do with this, because a lot of people assume that that means Bethesda is going to be helping on ESO. I really think that means the ESO team is going to be helping with the Elder Scrolls 6. So it may be pulling away even more people from the team that ZOS has right now to work on the Elder Scrolls 6. So they're trying to make sure that everyone they have at ZOS that's working on the Elder Scrolls Online is working on something meaningful. And of course, we all probably can agree, having the online browser and post and updates about the Crown Store is probably less important right now than a lot of the other things going on in game. So having people put out meaningful posts about changes and updates and what they're doing in the future is probably for the best. In the long run, a lot of people in the community probably will not be affected by this. I think some people will probably ask the question, does this really matter? And the only thing I could see it really mattering for in the future is if they decide to start cutting some of the other posts they put out, because that would mean that we're getting less transparency and less information from the team. I don't think that's going to happen, but that is something that we'll have to kind of wait and see later down the road what changes with everything that the team is putting out. Like I said, for most players, this won't matter much, but for people that like to decorate, collect, housing enthusiasts, this is going to be a change that may be a bit annoying. It also means the community will likely step in to fill the gap. You'll see more creators posting Crown Store updates, more videos covering new items, more things on social media, kind of tracking these releases. Zoss didn't say this directly, but the message is kind of clear. They're shifting communication away from the website and more towards in-game discovery is what it seems like to me. But this also means you're losing a little bit of stuff that we used to get information wise that some people, like I said, may not like. But it does seem like Zoss is trying to streamline their internal workload with the people they have working on ESO right now. And like I said, we don't know exactly what that team size is, considering some of them are working on the Elder Scrolls 6 as well. Until Zoss announces a new system or really talks about how they're changing their communication going forward, I really wouldn't take much from this. It is a bit disappointing, like I said, though, for those that do depend on that Crown Store communication month in and month out. If I hear any more updates, of course, I will make a separate video. Leave me a comment with your thoughts. And if you like the video, hit the like. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.